Hi, welcome to WonderCon 2024 with the Comics Beat. Hi, I'm Heidi McDonald. I'm the editor-in-chief, and this year we are sponsored by The Buzz Beat to Beat, our new business newsletter. So we are just getting started here because we are with the creators and the cast of Empire Queen, a fantasy epic like nothing you've ever seen before that is now on Amazon Prime. So Chris Dane Owens, I guess you're are you the mastermind?
Well, it all started out with a music video that I did, and everybody in front of you was part of that, but it was part of my album, and we got a really wonderful response, and people said, this looks like a movie, because it was designed to look like the trailer for a big movie. And then we thought, well, maybe we can make a movie. So then we sequeled that with another music video called Lightspeed, and then we figured out how to make a film, and that's where we are now.
So, okay, I can't wait to hear how you figured out how to make a film. Okay, because we just got very much like this do-it-yourself. Hey, kids, we're putting on a show. We're making this movie about fantasy, but then there's pirates, there's caves, there's rocks, there's swords, there's kind of just stuff, right?
Yeah, no, we have an amalgam of ideas and themes, and if you go back to Shine, you'll actually see all those themes in the genesis of the film, and we just carried those themes through, and then we learned as going through the filmmaking process how much we could expand on those things and how much we could incorporate and so forth. So yeah, it's a little bit of a stew.
Yeah, and Jason, you are the co-director and
co-writer. Yes, that's right.
And Ciel, you play the queen, right? Or
I'm Ara Winter. Yeah,
you are casting spells.
Yeah, it's every girl's dream, right?
Yeah.
To play a princess that can actually do magic.
Now, did you share this dream of making this full-length version of this video?
You know what? Not really.
Honesty, folks, we love it.
But I had a blast. I had an absolute blast because at the end of the day, these guys are my best friends. And so we just, what got me is they were like, you know what, we're going to have fun. We're going to go on an adventure. You get to wear costumes. You get to be a princess. You get to do magic. And we're going to laugh every day. And we'll all go out to dinner every night after we shoot. So I was like, hey, I'm in.
I'm still mystified by how this happened. So, you know what? Let me ask Jano here, because you play one of the villains of the film. And it sounds like you were not. Were you in the original, or you're the newcomer to the group?
I was the newcomer to the group for sure, yeah.
So what really happened? Come on, tell us.
Well, Chris and I were in a band, and he asked, hey, you want to join this thing? We're gonna make a movie. And I'm like, sure, that sounds fun.
And his epic height really helped add to the villain.
So you're saying, we need a tall guy. Yeah. Jano's tall. Can he do it?
Oh, we knew that. And we knew that we loved Jano already, and that he had a lot of other talents and skills beyond just being tall. So
well, listen, it's be tall, as I'm not. It's a good skill to have, so it's a good start. We'll leave it at that. So yeah, wow, I'm still just we just had some filmmakers in here. Actually, kind of started out the same. We just had Sam Raimi and Moritz Moore in here, and so they were sort of a little bit the same. But it's been a long time since I had the same vibe from you guys of just, if you have a choice between not doing a movie and doing a movie, you should do a movie.
That's right. Yeah, we filmed 100 days, and we have 100 costumes. And we actually had a lot of fun, even though it was grueling at times, because it is literally a trekking adventure. But I think that we wouldn't trade it for anything. I think we'd do it again, and we're hoping to do a sequel to it as well.
Okay, so I have to ask. I'm assuming here that you didn't have the same $300 million budget as our favorite, Marvel movie or whatever. The movie looks great. No, we literally, the whole crew, we were watching and like, wow, this movie looks really good. So, I'm assuming you didn't have a $300 million budget, but how'd you make this movie?
When you hear $300 million, you kind of go, where are they spending that? What exactly cost that much money? And for us, we feel as though our ratio to what was shot and what's on screen is very high. Jay is an excellent drone pilot, so there's a ton of drone footage in there, right? And the locations we went to, which would be a lot in Oregon, here in California, the snow, the desert, we filmed underwater, we filmed on a ship, we filmed in caves where we had to lower our gear on pulleys. We really pushed ourselves to create something that looked like a very, very expensive film. It wasn't like we had no money. But it was certainly a respectable budget, but we wanted it to look like films that people love, that the studios.
Getting resourceful and clever about certain things, and some really old school filmmaking style too, which is very practical effects and so forth, and those aren't expensive to necessarily pull off. So yeah, it's just a combination of things, and once we realized the digital world makes gear so much more accessible to everybody, and we had a lot of the resources. We had a lot of the manpower. We had a lot of friends that are in the industry and had talents in their own areas. We call upon them. And so, yeah, we pulled it all together. And
yeah, I mean, it's just like, okay, well, Jay's got a drone, so all good there. Our other friend has a pirate ship. So we're covered, right?
basically, yeah.
Yeah, Ciel, what were some of the things that you brought to this besides the magic ability? Did you have anything sitting around the house that they were like, oh, she's got that teapot. Let's bring that along.
I'm trying to think. Was there anything I had? I mean,
Red hair.
I brought my red hair, but I think I brought humor.
Real big one. Look, no offense to Jano, but humor is a very good skill.
And you got to understand, most of my scenes were with these guys, so it was just me with these guys, and they were like, let's all go roll down that hill, and I was like,
the more I talk to you folks, the more I realize that what we thought happened is how it happened. It was just people doing things for.
The budget we had, we made the most of. We had wonderful team members, and it was a really loyal and dedicated group. And I wouldn't have traded it for anything. And I'm glad we didn't have 150 people on our crew. We had a smaller arrangement.
So
determination is the number one thing I think that carried us through. Because some slowdowns and pauses, pandemic issues and so forth, but it's like we just pushed through until we got all the way through to the last piece.
Well, I'm super duper impressed. I mean, this movie is, we just watched clips of it. It's so entertaining, though. I mean, if you like fantasy, it's fantasy. All right, I have to ask, since it is hardcore fantasy, the queen, there's villains, got all that. I mean, are you into Tolkien, or, what are some of the fantasy influences?
I think at the time when I was doing Shine On Me, there was, Lord of the Rings was very popular. Princess Bride is always a go-to for all of us. We love that film. Harry Potter was successful, and I think that those kind of informed our perspective on what we wanted to create. And then the rest was just kind of weave our interests together with what we're imagining and what we know we can produce. And hopefully that feels like an original story, because originality was important to us as well.
This might be a little personal, but have you ever LARPed?
No, I've never LARPed.
How about you?
Role playing.
Guess it's right. Oh, have you ever LARPed?
I have not yet LARPed myself, but we did it for 100 days.
I mean, I think you have LARPed. I think you have LARPed. Yeah.
100 days. And we would go in our costumes, all of us, sometimes out to dinner, because we were so exhausted. And everybody was like, what are you guys? What is this?
Well, you're LARPers.
Peculiar looks from Starbucks that one day.
Well, I mean, you just come to WonderCon. Nobody's going to look twice at you, no matter what. Yeah, no matter what you do here. So, wow. Well, I am pretty flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted just by your determination, your creativity, just the ability to make something fun and have fun doing it.
We really did. I think we laughed. There's a great outtakes reel that eventually we'll probably hit the street with it. And I just feel like if you're lucky enough to make a movie with the people you love and enjoy being with every day, and it's not only the end result, but it's getting there, I think you're really lucky. And I feel that way about our project.
That's amazing.
And we were having to take the approach of let's have fun, let's pull friends together, and not take ourselves too completely seriously. Because we were kind of as we go realizing we want to do some of these big epic themes, but we don't have the budget to do them that way. So let's just make sure that we enjoy the process, do the best that we can, not take ourselves too seriously, and actually make something that is, to Chris's point, fun for the audience, regardless of.
Well, it is a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun things at Empire Queen. We can watch it on Amazon. That's a whole nother story. Maybe how'd you get it on Amazon?
Well, once we finished the film and we took a nice prize at the Swedish Film Awards, we won Best Picture, and then was just as a producer just hustling, getting eyes on the project, and we got very lucky with Prime. We're very happy to be with them as our initial launching point, but we'll be on iTunes, Vudu, Google Play, and we're on Vimeo currently. So it'll be internationally available very shortly, as it is partially right now, but we're expanding our domain for sure.
Well, the Empire Queen is getting an even bigger empire, is what we're hearing here, and there might even be another movie if this. Well, I think if you guys just want to have fun in your lives, right? You're just going to do another one, right?
Why wouldn't we? Yes, absolutely. It'd be automatic.
You know what? This might be the most wholesome interview we've ever done here for Comics Beat. So, well, Chris, Ciel, Jay, and Jano, thank you so much for joining us. It's called Empire Queen. It's streaming now on Amazon Prime. It's soon to come to many other platforms. So thank you from Comics Beat and WonderCon.
Thank you.